A federal judge has blocked any attempt to create the Justice Department's so-called anti-weaponization fund. Joining me now, the lead counsel in that case, Skye Perryman, president and CEO of Democracy Forward. So, hello, a win for you guys today, but what does it really mean in the big picture? Help us understand.
Yeah, this is a really important win, and our incredible team at Democracy Forward, and for our clients, and frankly for the American people. The court ruled that the status quo needs to be preserved. We had asked the government, the Department of Justice, can you guarantee that you're not going to pay money out of the fund, accept claims from the fund, do anything with this fund until courts get to rule on whether on whether the fund is lawful or not. We believe it is completely unlawful. And the Department of Justice wouldn't give us or anyone else any of those assurances. And so this federal court today has said the status quo has to be preserved. The fund cannot be disbursed or anything cannot be done with the fund until the courts can review what the president and the Department of Justice are seeking to do here.
So, Skye, what's your strongest argument to prove what you just said, which is that you believe that this fund is completely unlawful?
There is no authority for this fund. The president has no authority to create the fund, but there's also a range of constitutional problems with this fund beyond the lack of authority and separation of powers. The fund itself, the way it's been described, it clearly violates the First Amendment. It seeks to penalize or it seeks to prioritize some people as opposed to other people. It is a violation of the Equal Protection Clause. It is operating in a very arbitrary fashion and contrary to law, which is another federal law that they have violated under the Administrative Procedure Act. So there's a laundry list of claims here and a laundry list really of harms in the way our various clients have been harmed. But I think the main thing here is the president just doesn't have authority to do this at all. And I think that's what you're going to see the courts say in the coming days and weeks.
So you have a couple of weeks, right, before you have to put some filings in, before you have to make some more you have to make your case, essentially. So tell us, take the curtains down. Help us understand what happens. What strategically are you looking at now as you want to move this case forward?
So our team put together an incredible case on behalf of a really diverse set of plaintiffs here. So just to be clear, we have a former federal prosecutor who was fired by this administration for his work on January 6th. We have a group of reproductive health care providers, the National Abortion Federation, who stands to be harmed because the fund is going to put money back in the hands of people who've been convicted of violent crimes under the federal law that protects access to clinics. We have a voting rights group. We have a city. And a peaceful protester, frankly, that was jailed and then acquitted in court because he was targeted by this administration. So we have this range of plaintiffs. The case is before the court in terms of all the legal reasons that we believe that the fund needs to be blocked. And you have the court preserving the status quo. So over the next few days, the government will have to respond. Then our team will get a chance to reply. And then there will be a hearing. The court set a hearing for June 12th, which is later on this month. Of course, there are a range of other cases also out there. So I think you'll see some hearings and briefings in those cases as well.
And we'll be following it all. Skye Perryman, thank you for that.